I have honestly been wanting to get back on these missions pretty much from the moment the last stream that we did them ended. And between the Angler and wanting to do a Way the Hunter and the Angler combined stream, we just haven't gotten to do that at all in the last 2 weeks, I think it's been. Other than the accidental, like, one objective done during the one video. But I was looking at the missions that we have. There are 2 story missions active. One is the one you see in the top left, harvest 1 omnivore, that being a fox or badger. The other is for the Timothy riddle mission. So I think if we activate that, we basically need to go up to here, and maybe we can run into a badger or a fox as we head up to that area. So that's going to be the plan, and from there, we shall get going. What's up, at ya? Supreme Slurpee's in here. That is a 12 out of 12 name. Middle of a day stream. Glad you can make it, Brent. Glad you can make it in. Hopefully it'll be a good one. I have been, and you guys have seen in the videos, hopefully, I've really been doing my best to work these maps to be better and better for streams, and mostly for, you know, hunts in hunting season when I'm not going to be able to spend as much time on the maps, kind of in my off time. Can we hit this? He's a very loud, obnoxious duck. Oof. We were close. I think Shadow heard that shot, or maybe just my reaction. Finally made a stream. What's up, Alex? Glad you can make it. Sam's in here, as well as the Angler going to be on PS4. Can you guys relax? Little loud. I like Kyla opening her soda when the ducks are there quacking. It was good timing. It was good. Anyway, I don't think we know if the Angler's going to be on PS4 yet. They've been oddly, like, I don't want to say secretive, but oddly just keeping that kind of information to themselves when it comes to any console information whatsoever. That doesn't really, you know, encourage me for stuff like that, but we shall see. I'm going to get out here a little ways since we just fired a gun, and then we'll get back to walking. Oh, you're Sky Ace. Nice, man. I don't know if you've ever said that in the chats before, but I've certainly never made that connection. Happy Labor Day. Yeah, I didn't even think that. Probably everybody's mostly off today, huh? Did not even consider that. And I should have known that because I had quite the interesting morning. My dad came here and my mom came with him to try to help me fix the, like, light and fan thing in the basement bathroom. That basically didn't work, but we did get the shower light fixed. It was also not working. Quite the whole ordeal working on all that. Do you purposely put ads right before a shot? I don't. I can only figure that there... So, I should first say, I do have mid-roll ads, but I don't place them. The YouTube algorithm does that, or a YouTube algorithm. Best I can figure is either they listen for audio spikes. They look for where, like, audio spikes, which of course when a gunshot happens, there's an audio spike there. Or maybe they look for, like, high volume of replays, like if somebody's scrolling back and trying to watch the shot again. That's the only thing that I can figure would end up placing those ads there. I don't do that. They just kind of end up where they are. I could maybe just, you know, physically place them, but I don't like doing that either because I want to say that results in more people having the mid-roll ad, but I could be wrong. Normally not a YouTube stream because work, special stream because it's a holiday. I don't know if it's going to be anything particularly special from my end, but hopefully those of you that normally don't get to catch a stream can enjoy a YouTube stream that maybe you don't get to see on a regular week. I too cannot wait for Kyla's content, by the way, Coleman. She's been trying to, like, come up with a perfect first video.
Well, the thing is, like, the first video, it's a big deal, minus the trailer that I put out. But I really want to put out SC first for Second Extinction, because that's such a fun, more, like, everything's happening all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like for Call of the Wild or Way the Hunter, for it to be entertaining, there has to be something good happening, you know what I mean? And that's so much harder, because it's not guaranteed. It's
a lot of time put in and randomness. Yeah. Just to clarify, the trailer was a huge deal, by the way. The amount of work that went into that. All your clips and such.
It was.
What's Kyla's YouTube name? If you just want to type in chat, that'll probably be the easiest thing. The ads might be put at suspenseful moments. Yeah, I'm just not sure how they're actually chosen. Like, I should probably, with the real-life hunting videos, I probably should place those right at the normal ad breaks, but again, there's nothing really signifying that it's an ad break, so I kind of just let YouTube do its thing, and if you end up with less ads, that's a good thing. Are you ready for deer season? I don't know what sounds just came out of me when I attempted to read that, but maybe it was my pure excitement at getting to answer this question. Is your estate a straight wall only? No, we are not. I'm ready for rifle season. I'm always ready for that, but archery season comes first, less than a month away. I'm pretty much ready. I just yesterday finally got Kyle and I's arrows properly paper tuned. Basically what happened was I did them maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, with 100 grain field tips. I just didn't even consider that that was what was on them. We're going to be shooting 150 grain broadheads this year. I'm going slightly lower poundage than I normally do, and Kyle is shooting, I think, 40 pounds, so that extra broadhead weight will do a little more damage with the existing draw weight without having to increase that. So, had to re-paper tune them just slightly. Mine actually didn't need any adjustment. Kyla's did, and then I had to redo her sight and all that. Did that yesterday. The only thing we need to do is broadhead tune, and because they're already paper tuned, we should be pretty close. What's up, Bottom Boy? Smells like cringe in here? I knew I smelled something. Must be because you just got here. What's going on, Rag? Zach's in here as well. Flinter with the PH. You already know about the thing. So, I had an interesting weekend when it came to in-game things. I was mostly mowing grass all weekend, but I got to play a little bit of Way the Hunter and did some black bear grinding as well in Call of the Wild, and I had a pretty cool thing. I won't even say what game, just to increase the suspense for this week's videos, and the footage was corrupted. And I was just devastated, because this was a thing that I had never accomplished before. Luckily, using the same service that I was able to use to recover the West Virginia real-life hunting footage, I was able to recover it with no audio, which kind of sucks because the live reaction was good, but at least the footage is there, and that'll be in a video this week. Could someone please explain to me the differences between Way the Hunter and the Hunter Call of the Wild? To give you like a brief synopsis, the first thing I would say is Way the Hunter is more realistic in terms of like the hunting strategies, animals like ability to spot you and stuff. Like the animals generally, at least on the higher difficulties, are a lot more aware of your presence. And I would say, like, ballistics and stuff like that in Way the Hunter is more realistic. Call of the Wild's got better graphics. It's a lot faster paced. You're going to find a lot more animals. You're going to find animals more consistently at the places you expect to find them. And you can kind of say the same for Way the Hunter, but Call of the Wild is like, I don't know, 98% consistent. Like, if you have a zone in a spot, you're going to find those animals there just about every single time. Whereas Way the Hunter is maybe like 60% at the often zones. So, I guess if there's one main difference, Way the Hunter is going to be slower but more realistic. Call of the Wild is going to be faster at the expense of being a little less realistic. Yeah, I think you can get those back as well, Bottom Boy. Again, you have to pay for it, and, you know, in my case, I thought it was worth it. Just because, I mean, I'm so darn proud of the thing that it was. I just couldn't lose it. It was this morning that I realized that I was just crushed. I went to go back and watch it again because I thought it was so cool, and I could see that the file had data, but I couldn't play it. It was crashing Sony Vegas as soon as I put it in there. So luckily, I think $17. It's called like Fix.video or something is the website, and I believe it could probably do images as well. Which Way the Hunter or Call of the Wild would you suggest to buy? Honestly, it is very much down to like personal preference. If you're maybe not particularly patient, or you know, don't like to have like long periods of time where nothing's going on in the game, probably Call of the Wild's the one for you. But I've got to say, like right now, Way the Hunter is probably the more popular one in terms of like Discords and stuff. Everybody's playing it. Everybody's loving it for the most part. Like if you just want a good like authentic hunting experience in the game, Way the Hunter has done an incredible job at replicating that. I think I'm going to run a little bit here. If there is a fox or a badger, it's likely to probably warning call anyway. And we're going to cover some ground and get up there to that spot that we need for the mission. What settings are you using to get the game to work? It worked for me on Ultra to start, and now it's so laggy after the update. Have you got the patch? When was that? Like Thursday there was a patch after the first update? Because I was getting lagged too. I was running at like 40 FPS a lot. I can show you my settings. if you do want to see them, if I can figure out how to do that. So custom, I mostly have everything on high, but a couple things that are, well, on max. A couple things on high rather than ultra or very high, whatever they call it. Motion blur and VSync off and then on for them. Why don't you play Call of the Wild anymore? I do still play Call of the Wild. In fact, I had a Call of the Wild video the day before yesterday. I'm pretty sure. And we'll still have a Call of the Wild stream this Friday. We still had a Call of the Wild stream last Friday. It's just that there's other games out there right now to be able to play as well. And it's been, you know, it's been fun to get to play those games. I want to bring the Angler back here again fairly shortly. It's been a couple days since we played that. Just a lot of stuff going on. And naturally, being that it is September, you know, we had there were a couple of weeks there where we were doing like 2 videos a day for multiple day stretches. I'm not going to be able to do that really, like throw a Call of the Wild video and a Way the Hunter video out in the same day. I wish I could, but the closer hunting season gets, the less doable that's going to be. That said, Call of the Wild will remain on the channel, much like Way the Hunter will, much like Classic always has, and stuff like that. Wanted to see the black bear grind? Yeah, you know, we did it on Friday, so I'm not too upset that we're doing something a little bit different. I just wanted to gauge like where people were at with Way the Hunter and where people were at with Call of the Wild. And to be honest, it was a fairly even split. 60-40, I mean, that's not a huge, you know, lean in either direction. So that definitely means we will do Call of the Wild on Friday for the stream, and I'm sure we'll have a video in there. I actually, if you guys didn't see it, we shot our first gold cinnamon black bear of the entire grind, 4,500 plus kills, on Friday's stream. So that's going to be in a video as well, just kind of showing that, because I was so happy with that. Just don't play Call of the Wild anymore? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think everybody around here would love if I did that. Still never got to do farming sim. I know, it's just the amount of things. I want to play it, I want to stream it. Maybe I can find a way. We'll see. What map? Nez Perce Valley today. Do you know what time the stream will be on Friday? Friday streams are 1 p.m. Eastern till 3 p.m. That's a pretty, is that an elk? Sadly, I think they already bolted. Can't we see them? Little guy. Sounds like most are still down. Oh, they're going up that way, though. Dang. A slightly earlier warning call, we could have made that happen. Anyway, it's a pretty definitive end time at 3 p.m. because the Meat Hunters episode for that day it comes out at 3, and then there's the premiere on the Meat Hunters channel, so we go and check that out. Speaking of that, episode 10, including my brother's doe kill while he was quarantined with COVID, comes out tomorrow on my channel, including a good bit of Kyle and I hunting as well, in case you're wanting to see some of both. Next week will be Kyla's first deer ever, and then 2 weeks from that will be my buck. You guys have been asking for that. Want my great one whitetail? I could go for a great one whitetail as well. It's been a while. Do you think there should be seasons in Way the Hunter? So what's tough about doing seasons in a hunting game is only replicating the environment is not enough. Unless you're on a map with animals that don't have antlers, you would then, in order to keep up the realism, have to simulate velvet antler growth as well. That would be really cool. I just think either, you know, maybe you could do like a late summer and a fall and maybe a winter as well, and just skip spring entirely when the bucks wouldn't have any antlers. I think killing velvet bucks would be really awesome. I think that could be a lot of fun. It could be a cool little, you know, kind of different thing that most games don't do. But I think it would be difficult. I think it'd be really tough to... It'd be tough for developers to do with very little gain, I guess, like in terms of being able to sell the maps and such. Oh, that's a bummer, JR. I'll just say the exact date in case maybe it wasn't clear enough, because when I said it, I felt like I didn't say it very clear. On this channel, it'll be September 27th. On the Meat Hunters channel, September 23rd. So, on the off chance that you're around for one of those days, maybe that'll be a thing. Best spots for bear in Way the Hunter? I've got a really good one. Like, down here in the southwest is pretty good. One of these lakes here, I've got a 4-star that I gotta check out. but I think down there is decent. Do you know how to restart a game? In Way the Hunter? Or what game? Yeah, that's true as well, Danny. You should do summer versus winter coats. What's up, Krisky? What did I miss? Just spooking elk so far. Walking up to the location of our first mission. I was hoping to stumble into a badger or a red fox going through here because we need that for the other half of the other mission that we're doing. One has not shown up. There you go, JR. Maybe that'll work. How's the pup doing? She is napping at the moment. I was talking earlier, my dad came over here this morning to try to help me fix the fan and light thing in the basement bathroom, which we were unable to do. The new one that we got doesn't quite fit, and it wouldn't have worked with the ventilation anyway. But we were able to fix the shower light that was also not working, so a little bit of a success. But anyway, Shadow does not sleep when there's guests. So normally she has like a good 2-hour morning nap, probably. Didn't get that today, so she'll probably sleep through most of the stream. How many more episodes of Meat Hunters are left? You know, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of sad to say, counting the one that comes out tomorrow on my channel, there's 3 left. It's gone so fast. So there's episode 10? Maybe there's 4 left. 10 is tomorrow on my channel, already out of the Meat Hunters channel. 11 next week, 12 is TK's Hunt, and then 13 is my buck. So I guess 4 still if you count that one. When is Kyla's sister? Yeah, Thursday. I gotta get air to my tires and stuff before we drive to Pittsburgh. Otherwise, we'll be broken down on the side of the road. Do the alerts work? They should work. I hope they work. There we go. JKM, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate the support. Cool concept would be a series of you going head-to-head with subs in the angler. That could be interesting. So there's almost like 2 different sides of that with the way that fish spawns work. On one hand, you're not competing for the same fish, so you could, you know, that could feel a little bit maybe like you're at a disadvantage because maybe you just got bad luck. On the other hand, you're not competing for the same fish, same thing. So you never have to worry about, oh man, the guy that I'm competing against just caught the fish that I was after. I don't know, it could work. Do you have a good spot for badgers? To be honest, not really. Why don't you play Red Dead Redemption anymore? We completed the story mode with our Twitch streams. When was that? Spring? Sometime? And, yeah, I guess it would have been because that's where we got Shadow. The online, as much as I love that game and as much time as I spent, you can only do so much in online. I guess, you know, hard to continually add things in a game that is set like 150 years ago. So maybe that was the issue. But yeah, like I just kind of ran out of things to do. Do you do a live stream in real life hunting? I've never done that. I see you, John. I have a plan! Or had, anyway. So, my worry with doing a real-life hunting stream is if you actually shoot something on video, that can be a little bit odd with terms of service and stuff, so I'll probably not do that. I do think what I might do this year, I'll see what you guys think about it. I might actually incorporate some YouTube shorts just with, like, real-life hunting updates. So let's say I'm sitting there, you know, hunting away, and a little buck just like walks under my stand or something. If I can just film that with my phone and do a little YouTube short, I might do some stuff like that just to kind of keep you guys in the loop further, bring some more real life hunting content to the channel. We'll see though. It's just, I've never been here. There's worry about like real life hunting content on YouTube to begin with. Like, is it advertiser friendly? Is it not? All that stuff. But I think I'd like to do that. Should make an ASMR channel. I've been told that before. Favorite rifle to use for hunting in real life? I would have told you a 30-30 for a long time. I hunted with the 30-30 for a little over 10 years, but I got a 7mm Mod 8 in 2020. Finally got to shoot it last year. Both Kyle and I got our deer with that, and it did quite the job. Dutch said his plan is a good one. You know, I think Dutch is a trustworthy guy. He's always got a plan. I'm shocked you're so far back. I've only done 2 hours of one, like one stream 2 hours long doing the missions. That's all I've done. I turned them off from the moment that I started the game because I wanted not to spoil things, basically. So we gotta go somewhere. We're looking for like a treasure chest or solving a riddle or something. I actually don't know what I'm looking for because sort of, you know, been 2 weeks, but we'll figure it out. Picked up a 1933 Mosin Nagant the other day. I honestly want to get one. I think that'd be a really cool gun to have. I don't know if it would be like something I would take hunting, but just a cool gun to own, a cool gun to get to shoot on occasion. Thoughts on the 243 in real life for all-around versatile, do-it-all rifle for Texas. As long as you don't intend to go after, like, it's probably even okay for red deer, but you probably want something a little heftier for red deer. As long as you're not going for stuff like that on some of the game ranches, I would think that that would be a pretty good choice. Texas deer are smaller in general, like body size wise, and I only got to shoot, I think, 2 deer with the 243. That was the first gun I ever used, but it's more than capable on whitetail. I don't even know what I said, Rack. The Mosin Nagant thing? Having to wander around the area to find a box? Yeah, well, is that what I'm looking for, a box? I don't even know where to go. Is it like a bright box? Speaking of Red Dead, I'm kind of wishing for like the almost like smoky stuff they would do to indicate things. Is this game really worth it? This is probably the most at launch worth it hunting game that has come out in the last at least 5+ years. I would argue, like, as far as if you compare the amount of content you get in Way the Hunter and Call of the Wild at launch, so take Call of the Wild back to 2017 when it had Hirschfelden and Layton, there's more content in Way the Hunter. The map sizes are nearly 3 times as big, so you get, what, almost 6 times the amount of land to roam. Species-wise, I believe there's more to begin with. Pretty good weapon variety. I don't know for certain if there's more, but it's close. Way the Hunter is very, very good. It's red and in the burnt forest, alright. She's sleep talking. Longest kill shot both in-game and in real life. In this game, like, I just did it in a video. 560 yards or something, I heart shot a mule deer. I think I heart shot it. And then in real life, it's only, I don't even know, like 130 yards. I've never shot that far for deer. Not a lot of places where I hunt where there's the necessity to shoot even beyond 100. Left side on the highlighted bubble, so I'm close. Wait. Yeah. It's on the right side within the center of the circle. You guys are confusing me. I'm just gonna run. I don't know why I'm walking. As if I'm gonna find any animals near. Use hunting sense? I thought maybe that would help, but it didn't seem to do anything. Yeah, there's a mule deer over there. Gotta be right by that lake, more or less. So I will walk, just for the sake of not sending things off. Hunting in the thick. That's what I'm gonna name. So the season name for Me Hunters Season 1 was A Season of Firsts and Records. I think we're gonna name the next one Hunting in the Thick. I like it. Under a burnt tree. Man, that'll make it easy. Anyway, Zach, thanks for the super chat. Am I going the right way now? Gotta go low left. You guys are making me... I'm being sent on a wild goose chase intentionally, I feel it. The hit not seeming to hit them in the vitals piece, is that what you mean? Got my first time in Fallow. Me and my buddy both got one at the same place. Nice, dude. Congrats, that's pretty cool. Low left, take a right. Why did Zach say right? Maybe he meant to go right. Low left meaning like down here? I don't know what's going on. Wait, getting close? But I'm on the right side. Oh, wait, I see it. God. Spin around in circles. If I spin 4 times and pray to the 12 god. Oh, my. You were wrong. No, it's all good. It's all good. I was just... as soon as you said, getting close, and I was going right, I got concerned. No, you're other right. Yeah, no kidding. Spotted.
I'm about to die because my foot is stuck.
Nice.
My guardian angel leaves me whispering good luck. Choo-choo, she cried. Choo-choo, I died.
How nice. So am I supposed to go to like a tunnel?
You're right, April. The Timothy is a lot to handle. This kid is completely...
Completely what?
Sorry. You're probably trying to reach someone else.
I don't think so, River. I'm trying to reach you.
Noah.
Now I've heard some rumors that you're so bored, you've ended up taking up a child scavenger hunt. How desperate are you?
I'm sorry. I know you're only trying to get him out of the stand. I only solved the first part, though. I'll stop right away.
I don't think so. You will have to solve all of them. You said you only solved the first one? I will make sure to replace the next ones with something more worthy of your time.
Noah, I apologize. All right? I don't want to ruin any plans you had for Timothy, all right? So just... Don't be like this.
I am
I'm
confused.
not joking. You started this, and now you're gonna finish it.
No, I don't. All right? I have to take care of my grandfather's business. I don't have time for this.
You and your grandfather are on such a high horse you don't even see the ground. You think you're so much better than me?
Kinda.
I don't think I follow.
I offered to take care of your grandfather's business and he refused. Now you're here?
Noah, I've seen the traps. Have you lost your mind? I would be absolutely shocked if my grandfather hadn't refused the offer.
I use traps, so what? It hurts the animal, so what? We both kill them anyways.
What? Causing unnecessary pain to the animal is something completely different.
The voice acting is actually good.
How is it different from when you place a wrong shot? You just let it bleed out alone because it's too hard to track down.
If I ever place such a shot, I always track the animal so that I can end its suffering.
Yeah, sure. You can lie to yourself, but not to me. Just shut up and solve the riddle. Then you'll see that you and I are not that different afterwards.
I found them.
told you, I'm not doing it.
You should. Do you remember the mystery basement in your grandfather's lodge? I have the key. I'll give it to you if you solve the riddles, and then you can preach about hunting to me.
How did you get that key?
Let's just say I was trying to steal clients from your grandfather, but I ended up with something more interesting.
Hey, Mel.
What the hell, Noah?
Just solve the riddle.
Ah, so now you're not just a poacher, huh? You're also a thief. Noah. Hey! What have I gotten into?
Is the kid not Noah's son? So this is where I'm lost, right? I thought the kid was Noah's son. And he's locked himself in a treehouse or something. Why is he going to make the riddles more difficult if I'm trying to help get him out of the tree? Is that not what's going on here? Like, do I misunderstand the entire concept? Anyway, I think we're going to blast that 2-star mature because he is right there. I don't want to hit a tree, though. And I'm worried I'm going to hit a tree. What about maybe in there? That'll do. Noah is nasty? Apparently, Noah made the scavenger hunt. Right, but he said he was going to make it more difficult. Wasn't it like... Was the idea of solving the riddles not to help the kid? I guess I get that, but I maybe he just doesn't like his kid. I don't know. River got intervened, as it goes. You are Noah? No, I'm River. Wait. What was wrong with that shot? I thought it was fine. Well, rip to finding that deer. Even though the blood's decent. That's the exact same thing that happened with the bighorn. Like, I thought the shot was good and it was not. I should maybe just quit shooting things when they're walking, because that's now the second time I've had that happen. And they're clearly heading up that way. Okay. Solve the second riddle. Does it give me like a place to go? Or do I just have to... Oh, okay. Never mind. So... I guess we'll go up from here. We might just take a jeep at this rate. Solving the riddles will not help the kid, but you'll find some interesting info out. Okay, I thought the kid was like going to... Oh, I can't go from here. From here. I thought the kid was only going to come out of the treehouse or whatever when we solved the riddle. Maybe I misremembered. Hit registration's totally messed up, is it? Most things have worked for me. Maybe it's just like on occasion. Where is my mouse? Okay. Think my mission's broke? That's no good. So I may, for the sake of this drive, turn that down a little bit. Hopefully I'll remember to turn it back up. It'll all come to fruition. Alright, fair enough. What video editor do you use? I got this bug again where it sounds like I'm hitting a rock. I love it. I wish there were physical rocks there and we're just bouncing over them. Anyway, I use Sony Vegas. I think I have Sony Vegas 19 Pro right now. Sometimes this fixes itself. I'll get out. Would you say this game is worth it? Despite the issues we have encountered there. Oh, we have it again. Namely the audio bug in the Jeep and some weird hit registration stuff on the mule deer that we just shot. It is very worth it. It's a really good game. If they can kind of work some of that stuff out, it'll be right back to being top shape. This is frustrating. There we go. I guess just take air and it's fixed. Drive shaft about to fly off. Sounded like something was going to fly off. First time I got that, I thought it was giant footsteps. I mean, to be honest, I don't blame you. Am I going the right way? Yes. Sounds like a T-Rex from Primal or something going after you. What's up, Mint? Which should I buy first in the Hunter Classic? I would, if I were you... I'd probably get a better rifle. Maybe like the 300 or the... 300's a good versatile one. 7x64 is pretty versatile, but I'd actually go 300. Bigfoot and Way the Hunter. I'll tell you what, they certainly hint at it in the Angler. It's honestly huge, Bottom Boy. Every time that... Like, I'll spot, say, like a 3-star adult animal, like we spotted that bighorn in yesterday's video, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta go and check on that. And then I want to go and explore and get to other areas, and I barely make it into somewhere new. And I've traveled like 3 miles, and it's like dark and getting into the next day, and I'm like, man, I gotta go back and look for that bighorn again. I don't want it to die of old age. Moon Hunting, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for making great content. My pleasure. It has been something I've loved doing from the very beginning, and I certainly appreciate the support. How do you restart your game in Way the Hunter? I don't know that there is a way other than, like, deleting your save. What's up, Blade? I wish they had the auto walk button work for driving as well. Would be nice. As I'm trying to set my drink down with my mouse hand. Have you tried multiplayer yet? No. To be honest, and I know multiplayer at least kind of works because somebody posted a screenshot from multiplayer yesterday. I don't find that I really need multiplayer to enjoy this game yet. That day may come along eventually, but yeah, it's not something I've tried. Think you should wait? Probably. Honestly, if multiplayer in the Angler worked better, I really want to do some multiplayer fishing. Kyle and I have been wanting to like join the same session and just go fishing, but it won't, through Apex Connect, it won't work. I want to get like a mixer for both of our mics and just record like a dual perspective video or whatever. One day, mayhaps. And we could do the same thing in Way the Hunter, obviously without the fishing and with the hunting. Didn't care for it in Call of the Wild, honestly. People just sprinting around everywhere shooting everything. That's my fear with Way the Hunter, that we may, and the maps are so big that it might be better, but we may reach a day where there are hackers and stuff. But again, with the maps being so big, with the respawn system kind of working in two different ways. I believe things you shoot respawn and things that die of old age respawn. You're more likely to have a hunt where you're encountering new animals in single player basically every time than you are in Call of the Wild. Hello there, deers. Let's not hit any, but let's perhaps try to see how big they are. That was a really old one. Hi. Okay. Didn't see any big ones. Anyway, Zach, thank you for the super chat. Time to join my multiplayer session on Way the Hunter. Speaking of similar things as that, are they not working on like a co-op story? I swear I saw that somewhere. I'm surprised they haven't made the multiplayer issue top priority. I don't know, I still enjoy the game. I think they probably want to work out, you know, things like, apparently the hit registration's a little bit odd. You would think it's an easy fix, but like putting the binoculars up to your chest instead of your eyes has been a weird one. I'm assuming some of those little things that are not game-breaking, but very frustrating, are probably higher on the list right now. I'm tempted to cut down through the trees. That's kind of how I treat driving in any game. Just like take shortcuts, but I can just imagine that that won't go well. Would you recommend Way the Hunter? Absolutely. If you're interested in hunting simulation, this is the hottest commodity out there right now. There's a shortcut for you. That was good. Talking about the angler. Wait, for what? Maybe, Zach. I'm intrigued to see how the brown bears end up. The black bears to me are not great. The models are just kind of meh. So, you know, if they could improve a little bit with the models, I'd be more interested in the grizzlies at least. Hello again. Don't do it. No. It's fine. That is a tiny buck. Does he even have antlers? Oh yeah, he does. Hello down there. Sheesh. I went to read the chat for half a second, almost mowed down a mule deer toe. The Way the Hunter black bears are super chunky. It's just their face. I don't know if it's too like short or what. I don't know what it is, but it's off by a bit. We are getting brown bear, yes, on Transylvania eventually. I think they were meant to be a part of the original release, but that did not happen. Alright, made it here without any accidental death. Oh, I really wanted that to be like an epic jump. The Jeep was smoking, by the way, I saw it. What's up, Chaz? How's the hunt going? We're doing alright so far. Still got mule deer sounds somewhere. I swear I could hear them. Next box.
You may think you're River Almighty, but I am safe when I stand here as I smile brightly. Because what may seem like heavy rain is just gravity to the same.
This man's interesting.
Are you getting nostalgic?
So you found the photo? Hardly nostalgic. It was one of the worst days of my life.
Kids break.
Turn down the music? Okay.
I don't care for broken bones, but being there alone for a few hours, screaming for help, relying on my sister and friend to come looking for me, but you never came.
I'm sorry, Noah. I was just a kid.
I know. I just want to remind you that your actions have consequences. And speaking of consequences, are you afraid of the disease? The fact that you're selling
I just realized why that's happening.
bad meat to restaurants?
You know the meat I sell gets government inspection.
But are they testing it thoroughly, even for this new disease?
It sounds like it,
The
Jordan.
disease hasn't been confirmed by any medical resources yet. I'll worry when it becomes real.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
When did he become such a jerk?
Solve the last riddle. Alright, well, I'm assuming we have a new place to go. Right up by the outpost? Alright. Should make it easy. Moon Hunting Colorado, thank you again, by the way. Are they ever going to add more animals to Classic? I assume so. We got 2 or 3 new ones in the last year and a half-ish. What do we get? Access to your fallow deer. When did they add... When were the fallow deer? That was this year. It's on the bridge. I can see it. Pronghorn and Classic when? That would fulfill the prophecy, right? I've talked about this before. The old, like, information for the first camo that ever came out said that it would be effective against, like, deer, elk, and antelope. And they've never had any sort of antelope species in Call of the Wild, now, or in Classic, sorry. Now, technically, pronghorn are not antelope, but I think it, because of the type of camo that it is, I think that must have been what they were going for. I'll be honest, I don't know how to get down there, by the way, so if we have to kind of, you know, MacGyver our way to that, it looks like just down this. How'd you get used to the game? How did you get used to the game? How long did it take you to get the places the animals are? I mean, there's a decent, like, tutorial and stuff, and you just get used to having to walk around. Honestly, my biggest hurdle coming from Call of the Wild was I just wanted to run. I just wanted to cover ground, and you have to walk in this game. If you're running, you're just going to spook too many things. How long did it take me to get to the places that the animals are? Not that long. I mean, even though I was primarily staying, like, basically in this little kind of oval area that I'm drawing right now, I was still finding deer and elk and stuff pretty consistently. What's up, Derrick? You know if this game will come to PS4? I wouldn't be too confident, but maybe. Do you have a comic? What's happening here? Oh, a cutscene. That's cool. Like a crossbox?
It's Cinnamon Sky. She is real. I have to tell Timothy.
Neat. I thought the game crashed. I was a little worried. It was a black screen for longer than I expected. What is this? Why doesn't anybody talk about me? Dunno.
What is this supposed to mean, Noah?
Solved the last riddle. I honestly wasn't expecting you to, but congratulations.
That's the last one, right?
What does my mother have to do with this?
What do you know about her?
Not much. You know neither my grandfather nor father speak of her.
That'll change here pretty quick.
Let's just stop this stupid game.
But you already finished it. Expect the key in your mailbox. Let me know what you think about me afterwards.
Well, I assume we're gonna go back to the main lodge. So, was it just the kid read the line weird? Because the way he said it was like Cinnamon Sky, and I was curious if River was going to say it the same way. No horses, indeed. Alright, I guess we'll go check the mailbox then. Hopefully we get to shoot things here shortly. How far in are we? 45 minutes. My god. Missions in this game make time fly by. I literally thought it was like 15 minutes. Guy's a weirdo? I guess. Let us see what is in the mailbox.
Dear River, my stay here feels very ambiguous.
Is this part of
I'm
it?
sad I can't be with you, but at the same time I feel closer to you than I ever have. Do you remember when Noah started to compare himself to you and always wanted to be better? I feel like I should have behaved differently. Explain to him that comparing yourself to others won't bring you happiness.
Cinnamon Ski.
Remembering those times brings me great sadness. Drawing about these painful days has been very cathartic. Your loving Grandpa, Wallace.
A comic.
Summer 2010. This year, Wallace and River were about to meet someone special.
Look at them deer tracks.
It's a newborn fawn. Name him.
Hollywood.
Sometimes the best part of hunting does not involve killing.
Was this supposed to be before we shot Hollywood?
I'm moving there next year. It's a new beginning for both me and him.
Sometimes River would visit during fall to wait for the best hunting season. It was River's first golden moose. He couldn't contain his happiness.
Noah! I got him!
But some people turn sour when faced with another's happiness.
You're lucky your grandfather lets you hunt.
Don't worry, your dad will let you soon enough. Then we'll hunt together.
Dad says he couldn't shoot a duck if it sat on his nose.
Reminds me of that Arthur gif. Alright, so do I get a key now? No mission selected. Report to Timothy. I want to see if I can go in that door first. Totally that Arthur gift. Immediately that's what I thought of. I don't even know how to. It's maybe I can't even go there. I thought I could. Zach says, "Wait, no." Okay, I'm waiting, no, but I'm also running. That door's open. I thought it was like. I swear I saw the door. You need to do the next mission first? Oh, okay. I guess it's kind of like a timing thing, right? It wouldn't be there immediately. So where the heck's Timothy? He's up there. We'll see if we can kill a moose or something on the way. Talk to Timothy, yes. Timothy and Thinamith guy. Sometimes I just shouldn't stream. Zach, thank you for the super chat. You need to do the mountain goat curry before you can unlock the basement. Is that maybe that's the one after this? I will be interested to see. Is this game on Xbox? It is on the newest gen of Xbox and PlayStation, not the last gen. So Xbox Series X and S and the PS5, but not on PS4 and Xbox One. Oh, Timothy's right here. See, I don't even have to walk over here. I can just ask him in chat. What did you think of, what am I supposed to do again? Report my findings. What's your best score for Whitetail and Way of the Hunter? I don't know what the 4-star one that I shot scored. He would have been a 5-star if I let him live like another day or so. Unfortunately, that was day 1 of getting to play the game, and I did not know that. I was talking to Acid the other night, because he had mentioned, like, he has more 5-star animals than I do. He's like, how does that even happen? Because I just screw around. And I was like, well, 2 of my first, like, 10 kills in the game were 92+% animals, and I just didn't know any better at the time. That's a nice one. Ooh, a 4-star. Where are we? Right by the... How have I never seen that? Let's just scoot over there and get a good look. We're not going to kill them. Moose have a pretty good age range here. They can get to 12 years old as a mature, and they can reach mature at 8. I'd say decent odds he reaches 5 one day. 1 to leave. I'm curious how you feel, Mel, about 4-star animals. Is there ever a time that you just shoot them? Or do you think it's just never worth the risk? Because I'm getting to the point. I've shot a couple of like 3 stars or 4 stars where I don't think they're ever going to get bigger, and then their percentage is like insane. This one too, though. See, the other interesting thing about this game is it appears as though there's a bit of like a herd genetic component. So you kind of, to me, I think it makes sense to leave the young one as well, thinking he may one day have similar potential to this one. I always spare my 4 stars. I'm thinking I'm going to have to start doing that. The thing that sucks, though, like, for creating content, if 90% of the video is like, well, I can't shoot that yet, that can be a little bit tough, so I'm not sure where I'm at on stuff like that. I want to get into maybe like 120 here and then just look through the scope. Have you had any of your regulars die of old age? I think I had a 3-star whitetail die of old age, which I was really bummed about. He was a 3-star adult, never did get to see what he became as a mature. Was that him that called? So, there's a thing, and most games do this, there's a bit of like a level of detail that goes on, and I don't know if I'll be able to get close enough to really see, but I don't notice his back being like incredibly sun bleached, so I don't think he's super old. So hopefully he's going to reach 5-star one day. I'd love a 5-star moose. That would be one of the coolest things that you could get in the game. Good timing, Joe, with the... Does it say how many months? It is a membership renewal. You know, this guy's not even, interestingly enough. Generally speaking, not always, but most of the time, if you see uneven antlers, their genetic potential is usually not that good. Obviously this guy is. You know, the closer we get, the more kind of whitish colored his back is. I thought that moose call was Kylo in the background. It most certainly was not. No worries, Joe. No worries at all. I'm thinking about shooting the young one just to see. He doesn't look to be all that special. Save him for the moose mission? The young or the old? Photograph the 4 and take the uneven one? How close are we? My photo range is still like 70-something yards or meters. We gotta get like 20 yards closer-ish? Must have been my own sound that I heard. I enjoy watching a good hunt no matter what level the animal is. I appreciate that. You know, for me, like, it's very enjoyable to go around and shoot the 2 stars all the time. I just do feel like, to a degree, like, it's gotta be... I knew you guys were gonna see me if I started crawling. We'll get as close as we can with the photo mode thing. Why can't I do that? Did the keybind change? Don't know where it even is. It's locked. Is that because of the... Is that because I'm an adventurer? Those stairs? I feel it. I mean, I know I can do... No, it's... Must be locked for the mission. Alright. In that case, I'll just shoot that guy. Zach, thanks for renewing your membership as well. I appreciate you, man. That's a good looking moose. Everything looks even, so I'm pretty encouraged about that. Huh. I'm never gonna get over that. It's just odd. No more drone style vibes. I mean, I'd prefer to not do it anyway. But I do like taking cool photos, so at least when I can see the animals and move the camera in close, that's one thing. I really wonder if it is locked for the mission, because otherwise you can bring the camera into his thing and see that he's not in there. Maybe that's why. 26%. Okay. I can be fairly confident that that 4-star does not have 26% genetics, so that'll be interesting. Dead boyo indeed. There was also David coming in, renewing. That is not a renewal, even though it says that in my alerts. Becoming a new member. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. If you're not in the Discord already, be sure to join that. Link up your YouTube, get the member roll, get all the good stuff that comes along with that. And enjoy the green name and emojis here in chat as well. If you want a good view, use photo mode. I can't. I don't know why, but like I'm hitting the button right now. Not working. Don't know why. If you can see them in front of you, it's just like using a camera lens. I do agree with that. It's just like the using it to locate animals that is immersion breaking. It is... I just don't... For a game that really sells itself on being realistic, I don't like that it's even possible. I'd kind of prefer, like, if you just only could use a camera if you were in, like, a photo mode from the beginning. But, yeah, it is what it is. Try turning out the mission? Eh. I don't mind that it's off. What was I supposed to do? Photo mode is a cheat? It's borderline there. You know, you can certainly use it as a cheat to locate stuff. 2 bears over 50% genetics? What's so tough about that is, like, if you are, like, hunting for 5 stars and stuff, any 3-star you see is probably over 50%, but it also might be, you know, 95%, and you want to let it live. That could be tough. I would say you're spot on there, Mel. I swear... Oh, I know what it was. I was going to turn the music up just slightly because it's very quiet now. They should just add cameras you can equip in the binocular slot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if, like, the cool thing about photo mode is, like, it does allow you to go and get really cool angles. I intend to make an, like, intro for the Way the Hunter streams that is just, like, nice up-close videos of animals just walking around doing their thing. And that is where photo mode is very useful, but, oh god, lag. Where it can go wrong is using it to find stuff. But a physical camera would be nice. Definitely seems harder to judge things without horns or antlers. You almost exclusively have to rely on either, like, fur coloration. I believe wolves are supposed to get, like, scruffier, but at any range where I can actually, you know, see the animal and not spook it, I can't make out scruffier fur versus not scruffy fur. So to me, you almost have to rely on the 5 stars and hope for, or the amount of stars and hope for the best.
Timothy, are you there?
Have you solved all the riddles?
Yes.
Can I climb this?
You found the secret treasure?
Not really. After a while, your father contacted me and he changed some of the riddles for me. I think he was just making fun of me by wasting my time.
Ugh, you're useless.
Well, if you're so smart, then why don't you solve it yourself?
Let down your hair.
Stuff to do.
Yeah, sure. And by doing better stuff, you missed seeing Cinnamon Sky.
What? You saw her?
That's right,
Where?
at the Wild Bluff Bridge. Do you wanna track her with me?
No.
Because, you know, tracking her on your own could be pretty dangerous.
I am staying here.
I know
Now
that, Zach.
leave.
Okay. Sheesh. I hope he'll at least call his father.
Can I be done with that kid now? Okay, so finally, back to this mission. Harvest a fox or a badger. So there are, or were, some foxes right down by the bridge at the main lodge here. So we'll go and try to do that. The game definitely needs a spotting scope. Yeah, or not to try to call the wildify this game, because some people would probably think that that would be a bad thing, and reasonable enough, I guess, if you like that the games are very much different, and to be honest, I do. But if they kind of made it how Call of the Wild works, where you have to press a button to spot the animal and get the information, that could solve it a little bit. Just use binoculars and then spot animals, you know, long range using that spotting button. What I missed, just got back from a road trip with my girlfriend. Well, first of all, glad you guys made it back. Hope you had a good time. What have we shot? I think the only shot we've actually fired, no, we killed a moose, a little one, and then we shot at a mule deer that we didn't get. Got through the Timothy missions, which were frustrating. Now we're going to try to kill a red fox, but the most promising thing is that we spotted a 4-star moose, and I'm really excited to see where that gets us. So the other interesting thing here, it is currently 7:08 p.m. in game. We'll be resetting the time back to morning very shortly, and mayhaps we'll go and visit that moose again a little bit later. Probably gonna have to be towards the end of the video. The tough thing is, like, it's probably gonna be close to evening until they're in that spot again, but we shall see. I would prefer just a spotting scope. Like, I get where you're coming from, but, like, can I use photo mode now? That is so interesting. What if I... I just can't use it. It must be because I'm on Adventurer? Like, I wouldn't have thought that would deactivate photo mode, but no complaints. Anyway, what I was going to try to do was move the camera around and try to be like, where would you put a spotting scope on your person? Because River doesn't carry a backpack. Now, if they had backpacks, could be a little more reasonable. But, you know, like all the collars go on your belt. I think there's a spot for the binoculars and stuff. So, with what they're going for, I think a spotting scope would be tough. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. No photo mode for you. That's all good. Might be bugged. Should be working. Like I said, I don't mind. Aha! There is a fox. A very laggy fox. That is not 350 yards, though. Yeah, 240. He's on the bridge, interestingly enough, going across. So, I don't really care what gun we hit him with. I just want to get him. There's one that's not on the bridge and one that is. Gonna try to, I guess, get that shot in there. Oh, wait, we can get this one. I think it dropped. Flinter annihilates a fox with a 308 con sus. I don't care what gun we're using, it just needs to die. My dad and I went camping from Thursday to Saturday for my birthday. That's awesome. And my girlfriend and I made a 3.5-hour drive south yesterday morning, stayed in a hotel overnight, and just made it home now. Sounds like you had a rather busy weekend, but it must have been a good one. I just want binos with a little more magnification. Yeah, like 12 power. 14 power, somewhere there could be reasonable. New to the channel, love the content? Welcome on in, man. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream as well. So what the heck did we just shoot? I probably should have spotted that at least. Hard shot. 213 yards, that ain't bad. Was a 45% mail, so no big deal blasting that. And now we can go check the mailbox. See whatever that does. Lots of fast traveling today. We're probably going to start lagging fairly soon too. I do have some FPS issues in like low light. So once the sun starts to set, we're going to have to... Did I run past it? I did. We'll probably have to rest back to morning.
River, I'm planning my escape.
What?
Not really. But I do imagine myself next to you in the valley. And it helps me get through some of the harder days here. I am getting better, though. Maybe in a week or two, I'll be able to return back.
Fair point, David.
In this comic story, I decided to draw the day that changed everything when you stopped visiting. I haven't witnessed it firsthand, but I've heard of it from many points of view. And this is how I think it went down. We've never really talked about it, and I feel like we should. I miss you terribly. Your loving grandfather, Wallace.
Well, I guess, well, what is this? This should be interesting.
People sometimes ask me, what went wrong with Noah?
Noah?
But I don't believe people can go wrong. We change, grow up with pain. Some with more pain than they can handle.
Oh, River, April.
And that can fester and become something darker and more dangerous.
That's me.
What are you doing?
None of your concern.
I don't know what you're trying to prove, but you won't shoot shit at night. Besides the fact you can't shoot, don't have a hunting tag, and this is definitely not a legal hunting hour.
You snitch on me to Dad, and I'll never talk to you again.
At that moment, they both knew something huge would happen that night.
Swears?
They just didn't know exactly what. After passing several cold hours, Noah finally sees his chance.
Oof.
And in that moment, his desire to prove himself reached its terrible peak.
Yes!
What did he do?
It's going to be okay. I'm calling for help. Please, I need immediate assistance.
How does he always end up in these situations?
Sorry he hurt you.
Little did Noah know
Oof.
how many consequences this would trigger, like his father blaming the wrong person and reaching out to Richard.
Already that your father-in-law acts like a glorified ranger and involves your son in hunting, but his bragging has now caused my Noah to...
Wait! Involves River with what?
And now the secret about hunting that was kept for 8 years was revealed.
Hey,
had
Joshua,
one
welcome back.
Condition, one for my son staying here. Absolutely no hunting.
I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions.
I'll call you an adult when you pay your own rent and taxes. While you live under my roof, you will listen to me.
That sounds familiar.
What seemed like a terrible ending
Your phone magically erased all the contacts again?
River, Nurse Ellen was helping me with it, but she said she doesn't know how these old-fashioned phones work. It was just a very long pause.
Nice. Deontay, by the way, thank you for the super chat. What up? When you do stream, I always miss it. Well, I'm glad you can make it into this one, man. And before we get too far from that... Hey, Flinter shoots all the big mails from Joshua. Thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back, dude. I appreciate you. So, well, something's going on up there. I assume we have to do the walkie-talkie thing with April again.
River, I have bad news and good news.
Indeed.
What? Popster died?
Oh, no. He's safe. His owner already picked him up. I almost contemplated giving him the walkie-talkie as a parting gift.
Ah, but then you'd miss the sound of my beautiful voice.
In your dreams. Only Pupster likes your voice.
It is, Jake.
Weirdo.
I'll pretend like I didn't hear that. All right, hit me with the good news.
I have all the test results. All the animals are negative. There's no weird virus spreading.
Oh, that's great. Okay, now on with the bad news.
Noah finally contacted
me. Hey, Joshua, thank you again for the super chat.
He congratulated me on the test results, which I already let circulate, and he sent me some coordinates.
And?
I don't know, River. I have a bad feeling about this location.
Just send it to me. I'll check it out.
Thanks. Please be careful.
I always am.
Alright, that wasn't a horribly long dialogue. Reptilians in the woods. Investigate the area with the coordinates. So we have 2 spots. One there. And one that maybe will unlock after we go there. So it won't be a terribly long drive. I think we can take the Jeep at least part way. Anyway, Joshua, thank you for the super chat and the support. I was trying not to talk over things too much. Let's sleep till morning. You get mauled by aliens? Perfect. And camo because it's faster. It's not, but it looks cooler. How's the driving in this game? It's not bad. Maybe a little kind of like clunky, I guess, but it's pretty good. This game is finally a reason to buy a PS5. There you go. Alright, we're not going to drive too far, so I'll leave the audio up on this one. 12 times better than the Angler? Yeah, you actually can control your vehicle without motion sickness in this one. I don't know for sure, Sandy Finger, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Are those my Durs? They are my Durs. 1-star mature. 1-star young. There was one nice one. He's a 4-star now. So we saw him in a video probably a couple weeks ago. Or a week ago anyway, and he was a 3-star. I'll be honest, I don't expect him to hit 5 stars, but at this rate, I mean, looks pretty brown, right? He probably has a ways to go, I should say, till he hits 5. Let's shoot the 1. As much as I was talking earlier about kind of feeling like everything is a don't shoot it yet simulator. To a degree, I think in the beginning of the game it can be like that, but I do believe all this time of putting in this effort will pay off. Let's actually watch this time, see if he starts to go down, because last time, with the mule deer, it didn't go particularly well. Somewhere right in there. Did he loop back with the rest of the herd? There he is. At least that one got him in the lungs. Hope they had more vehicles. Yeah, that'd be cool. Now we'll jump back in the Jeep. I think, actually, will that make him get up? We'll just give him like 30 seconds. What's up, the Gun Fanatic? Gotta head out. Going out to the store to grab some bait to go fishing. Nice, man. Good luck. Have fun. We'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Littering deer? I'll send you the find in the mailbox. I'm not littering. Low graphics set and FPS, so I'm mostly everything set to very high. A couple things set at high instead of very high. Right now I'm running like 50 FPS. Anything low light. Oh, he wasn't quite dead. He'll die in a second. Anything low light, I'll get a little bit lower than 60. Everything else though, 60 FPS, no big deal. There is the 4-star. He looks good. I don't know, maybe he'll get there. So that was like, if you guys remember my first hunt in this game, there was a herd of mule deer outside the lodge. And I think we shot like a, oh yeah, that was the one that we shot a 99% out of. I killed every deer out of that herd. This came back as a herd of all young deer. And they looked pretty decent. I've been watching that 4-star for forever. He was a 1-star, then up to 2 and 3, and maybe he'll get to 5 one day. What's ethical? Running up to him and waiting for him to die? Is that the 4-star there? I don't know if it is or not, but I have had animals run into my stopped vehicle and die, so I think I'm just going to get out of their way. Nice, Mel. I love how they can get up and take off like in real life. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that the first time it happened. I don't think I was recording, unfortunately. That's why I just got out of there, Zach. I figured it. My luck, that's the type of thing I would do. Given the fact that I already shot a 99% out of that same area, you know, as an adult, I think, my luck would be to continue those bad vibes there. Is multiplayer good? I have not tried multiplayer yet. I know it's a little bit buggy, though. A little bit may be an understatement. That also is a thing that happens. Does anybody else get that? Like, where all the graphics, like, re-render themselves? Is there non-typicals? There's a non-typical mission animal. I guess technically it's a non-typical. But, no, like, random spawn non-tips yet. It's because, Kyla, you haven't had enough caffeine. I don't know. Why is almost no one playing the European map? I know Mel's playing the heck out of it. I know TK's been playing it. The main reason I haven't is, like, I just have a fascination with the mule deer and the elk and the moose and the whitetail. They're just the species that I really want to go for. I like the North American Trophy Lodge just a smidge more, but I am looking forward to spending more time on Transylvania. That map is very, very cool. Where do you find your bears? I do really well in the southwest for them. Walk our way in from here, or run. I don't know, like, what these missions entail. Huh. Well, they were behind us anyway. Not something we would have encountered. I think a story mode could help Transylvania a lot. Haven't even tried Europe yet? It's quite fun. You should give it a shot. You can drive the that one? Ah, well, we made it most of the way. "95% of the posts I've seen from the NA map. I think the stories definitely are part of it. Oh, this isn't all that special. Diseased animals in the area. I have a feeling I know who made that sign. So that is the satchel of things. What is that read section actually for? Is it for the ones that maybe aren't just regular font?
April, by the time you read this, you already know the disease was a hoax. Well done, Sherlock.
Sherlock.
What you don't know is that I started it.
Oh, good job, Danny.
That's right. Close your mouth, please. You decided to side with that old Wallace instead of your brother. I need money just like everyone else, but how am I supposed to earn a steady income when that miserable old geezer is hogging all the context?
This dude is a gem.
He clearly is not healthy enough to continue, but instead of asking me for help or giving me his business, he collapses, ends up in the hospital, and calls his useless grandson. So what do? You just take River's side like you always do. I've ruined this area's reputation for a while, so what? I'm happy knowing Wallace lost some income too. Don't ever contact me or my son again. You're good for nothing, brother.
Alright, that was great. Oh, back to the front porch. This is a lot of fast traveling. At least you can fast travel. What's up, Brian? Glad you can make it. Jake, sorry but I have to go as I'm currently watching you at work. Keep up the great job and good luck with your hunt. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.
You there, April?
Yeah, what did you find? A message written in blood to leave him alone?
I have a plan.
Really?
Well, it wasn't written in blood,
I can't
but
go in
he
here.
admitted that he spread the hoax to ruin my grandfather's business. And he kind of doesn't want you to contact him again. Ever again. April, are you okay? April? Are you crying?
Hell no. That idiot won't get rid of me, ever. He's my stupid brother, and that will never change. Seems like I have to handle this in person.
So you're coming here? April?
Well, okay. So now what? Maybe we gotta pass some time, maybe we gotta do some jobs. Violence is the answer? Always. So dramatic, I know. Before I go too far, make sure to activate the mission on the computer. It's the last email. That's the thing that I wanted. Mountain goat job. Gotcha. Sorry to say that we need to part ways. That's not a mission. I hate typing subjects. I don't think it's that. Am I dumb? I don't see it. It is that. But I don't... That doesn't... That leads to more? Does it turn up in my... I don't even know what this wants me to do. Do the goose one. Oh, okay. So... This. I think.
A 3-star Michelin restaurant order. My grandpa must have put a lot of effort in.
Don't mind me. No. There we go. Okay. So... Shotgun. Quite the thing here. I can't wait till 12 minutes later when I find something really big and I don't have the shotgun. But we did quite well with this last time, so we should be okay. I actually saw a 4-star goose yesterday, so mayhaps it'll be bigger now. That's all good, Winter Moose. Like, I honestly am happy to do some hunting missions for once, so... Do the missions continue? That is a good question. This is the one... Are you sure it's like the one right before the mountain goat one? Or is it like one, 12 years before the mountain goat? I don't mind either way. Like I said, I'm happy to just do some hunting and get some things done. You have a Roz 4-star I need to check? I wouldn't be surprised if I don't even see that same goose again, but it could be a 5-star. You never know. Both of my first 5 stars are from this mission. Was it the 2 species that you need? Where was... There's some geese. Where was the... The moose was down this way. I still don't know how the aging works now, because I believe they changed it. But maybe if we head south, we can end up spotting them again. Couple ones after this? Alright, cool. Still got 40 minutes to accomplish such things. Salt or freshwater fishing in real life? I've never gone saltwater fishing, so if you're asking my preference, it's going to have to be freshwater since that's all I've done. I think saltwater fishing would be cool. I only actively care about big male if I find the 5-star bird, just kind of optional trophy. It's just that, like, for me, I'm such like a completionist when it comes to trophy lodges in particular in these games. Like, I always want just the ultimate lodge. And for my personal preference on an ultimate lodge, I need a variety of all the possible things. There's some geeses out there, but they're a little far. Seems like if you just kind of run or walk around, it normally works out. I do want to spot, though, because on the off chance this is the flock with that one that was a 4-star, especially as they're coming over us now, I would like to know such information. I don't think any of them are. Still a little high up, but we can... Well, not if they go that way. I was going to say we can need a shot, but they're getting a little far. I hear a scalp, though. Is that you guys? Yes. Alright, we will attempt to make do with this. I don't know why my arm is twisting when I grab the gun. Ugh. Couldn't see on the second shot, but I thought it was going to hit anyway. Getting the lead wrong. So where was the one that we did get? I know we got one. The thing, there it is. Had a great effect with the 22. To be honest, that may be more effective. I don't even know what that was. Probably a wild duck. Where is it? I know the thing was here. Right there. So what did we shoot? We shot a 35% mature. I don't think I've killed one of these yet. Just never ended up shooting any. A black bear mission? That could be interesting. Is it the... like the mission animal black bear mission? Oh, there was a scalp. Cool. Little 1-star again. Oh, 89%. That was probably a mistake. Probably would have been a 5-star one time. Not that you can really tell with the ducks. And I don't find that the high star rating ducks are like incredibly uncommon. So what are these now? These are geese. Geese seem to fly a little higher up. Might make it tough. See how this goes. I can't really see where I'm aiming, so perhaps this way will be better. Not quite. That's better. Is this game open world? Absolutely. The maps are 55 square miles, which are just gigantic. Had to kill 2 black bear over 50%. Oh, it's that one. That's less than encouraging. So, female? Female. And young male. About halfway there for both. Gnarly. That's my nickname. That's me. Next 2 maps will be 64 by 64. They're gonna be a little bit bigger, huh? I wonder why they chose that. Maybe they weren't particularly happy with the 55. Fun thing to note, you can tax the mission black bear, and yes, it has a different model. Probably will be something I tax then, at least momentarily. I know there's some black bear multi-mounts. Is there one with multiple bears? I believe there is. Although it might not be something I have an open spot for currently. They're kind of going a little far that way. Oh, there we go. Well, for a millisecond, they came back our way. I believe one actually is smaller. One of the maps? Conflicting info, it'll be interesting. Can you imagine Africa in this game? I think they could do a really good job with it, honestly. Mission Bear is not part of what you're doing right now. Okay. Come this way. I don't have a goose call, so I'm just going to have to rely on what seems to be perhaps an intended mechanic that Waterfowl just kind of goes over top of you. Although, I think they keep seeing me, so I got to chill on the just walking towards them thing. Are they going to land? I think so. Oh, hello. A 3-star mature. Frankly, he looks older than the 4-star that we shot. Or that we didn't shoot. Losing my mind here. Fairly even. I think I saw this guy yesterday. We'll leave him since we have the geese to go and get. Who are you? A 1-star adult. That probably is worth taking, but since our geese are right here, we shall go for them. Is it realistic to have bison a la the Hunter winter map? Like bison on a winter map? If that's what you're asking, then I believe so. They can live in some rather Arctic environments. What's up, Blaze Bunny? Thank you, by the way. Appreciate that. So I've seen geese be very not spooky. So I will just casually scooch up here. If we can pop a couple with one shot, that would be ideal. Still need about 2.5 pounds of them. Man, we could really just line this up, couldn't we? So if we aim for that one's head, we might get 3. I don't know how effective that was, but I think we got a couple. They're speedy little buggers when they want to be. I see a ton of blood. One here. 55% male. And just one here. So we got 2 of the 3. Not bad. And, did we kill it? We might need one more still. Or no, we're good. I forgot that we got this one. Okay. So now we need the ducks. Your content is too good. It made me get both Call of the Wild games and Way the Hunter, plus joining your army. Well, I certainly appreciate it, and hopefully you're enjoying the games. That's always the one thing, like, I'll see comments or messages in chat saying, like, you made me get the game, and I'm like, I hope you're at least enjoying it then, if that's the case. I'd hope they'd incorporate the big 5 if they did Africa. I mean, if they want to set themselves apart, that would be a way to do it. So, you probably saw those ones already. I guess we'll just keep going this way for now and see what happens, duck-wise. It's so frustrating for you. Honestly, I feel like I see darn near 3 to 1. Like, wild duck versus the scalp. I'm fairly convinced this flock has nothing big in it now. And that is all good. Wild duck. What a shock. Meese tracks, though. Wild duck eating zone. Love them, that's good to hear, man. I'd have a hard time shooting an elephant even in a video game. I think if the context is done correctly, it could be perfectly fine. Favorite animal to hunt in Way the Hunter. Man, as frustrating as the mountains can be for me, and maybe we'll do a mountain hunting stream one of these days so you guys can see it a little bit. It's just like, it seems like no matter what I do, I always end up with like the bighorn from yesterday where the shot went poorly, and then I shot a 4-star because, you know, why not shoot a 4-star, and then it was a 96% or something like that. I love the mountains up there. So mountain goat and bighorn for me are probably it, but I do, as far as models go, like Kyler just said, the elk are just incredible in this game. Thoughts on the angler? I like it. I think maybe I failed to clarify that I don't play fishing games, and I wasn't looking for a great fishing simulator when I did my review. I tried, like I said, I don't usually enjoy fishing games, so maybe that was my fault for not making that more clear, because a bunch of people were not happy that I liked the game for some reason in my review. If you're looking for like an authentic fishing experience, that's probably not the game that you want. However, if you just want to go out and catch some fish and not have to worry about, you know, too much realism, it does a pretty good job of that. Red deer, roe, and fallow. The fallow are good as well. None of you are what I want. That is what you get for not being what I want. Hi, Flunt. What's up, Toxic? Big love from Belgium. That's awesome, man. How are things in Belgium today? The faces are so odd in this game. Did the bug with only young or mature stat info get fixed? Yes, that was probably only in existence for like maybe 5 days. It did a very good job to quickly, you know, snuff that one out. I am doing good, DeAndre. How about you? .9% young Ross? Probably. Did you ever think about a great one black bear in your Hunter Call of the Wild Lodge? Oh, I see what you're asking me. Yeah, all the time. I even have a spot where it's gonna go. It ain't happening. I've been trying. I did a couple runs yesterday. I did one this morning. That's all I had time for, unfortunately. It's tough, like 4,500 kills. I would have thought that I would have gotten it by now, but no such luck. Literally 2 a.m. I don't know why I'm watching this instead of sleeping. By the way, love from India. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Mayhaps it'll be a good way to fall asleep as long as I don't shoot too many more things with the shotgun. It do be rather loud. I feel like there's good waterfowl habitat right down there, so let's try. I'm in New York. October 1st is opening day of archery, and I'm so pumped. Hey, we share an opening day. You got any bucks picked out? We just got one on camera yesterday. Maybe I'll post that somewhere, because I can't tell what is going on with it. It's only 3.5 years old, and when I say only, depending on the state you're from, you might think, okay, that one needs 2 more years, or you might think that's 2 years past the age of every buck that's shot in this state. 3.5 is what I call Pennsylvania mature. I know a lot of people like in Illinois, Iowa, Missouri are looking for really 5.5 these days. Used to be 4.5. Most people look for 5.5 now. In those states, like the guys that are like managing huge chunks of land is what I mean. That said, I consider 3.5 in PA a mature buck, and I would say a lot of people look at that the same way. Anyway, he's got like these tall, narrow antlers that look super massive. I really want to see what they're like. A lot of scalp up north in the swamp. Tell you what, we'll just run through this then, see what happens. And if we do not find them, that's where we shall go. For a second, I was very confused about what you meant, Drift, but now I understand where this is going. I mean, in terms of kills, Zane, we're getting pretty close. I think in terms of actual time passed, still got about 2 months to reach that point, but thank you. The spot you're going is good, it's where I go? Gotcha. What's the shotgun you're using? It's called Cinnamon Sky the Jack, for some reason. I wish I could use photo mode, because I guarantee that we're holding it weird. Because of the way that our arm keeps crossing when we equip it. What are these? Wild ducks. Are there any big ones? Not even close. We shall pass them up. Has an engraving of a fox? What's the jack part, though? That's what I don't get. Are you going to do a mission series? Just through streams, I think. It's tough to do missions in videos for me, because it's weird if you don't include, like, all the dialogue that happens, but then the videos end up being very long, and it's just, I'd prefer to do them in streams, personally. That was a scalp. Come this way. Please. No. Why are you going that way? It doesn't have to be like this. They really don't go far from water, so surely they're going to turn? Well, they did turn. What's up, Nathan? Just got my first 5-star whitetail. Watch him grow up in a herd I've been watching since last week. That's really cool. Like, getting to watch him for that long period of time. That's a neat thing that I don't think any other game really does that right now. Are those also scalped there? They are. What? I didn't even know that was possible. That's really cool. Ugh. Lead awful. Bad at the game. Did you guys know you could, like, wound ducks? That is very encouraging. I had no idea it was possible. Tanked. Dude's just got feather body armor like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so 1 pound on that one. Why did that not go up? A little confused. Does it have to be a male? Oh, wait. How many wild ducks did we shoot that I didn't realize? I thought we were shooting scalp just now. What? Oh, God, wait, how big was that? That was 98%. I didn't even... How big was that? Hold on. I might have messed up. 3-star. Okay, well, it was a young, so that sucks. But it was a duck, so I don't really care. Where the heck did the scalp go then? Well. Oh, there they are. 12 miles away. I hear them. What? They're also, like, right there. Why do you guys hate me? Make me shoot 3-star ducks. It could be really cool. Does this game have potential to be better than Call of the Wild? Depending on how long they're willing to support it, I'd say yeah. Or at least, how big is that moose? Too far away to tell. I think that's our 4-star, though. He could be a 5 by now, so we shall go and check. And they're just flying out of range. We'll get them eventually. Honestly, Danny, that's why I really don't... You know, when a new game comes out, or is announced, the last thing I do is talk about its potential to kill Call of the Wild, because that's just not the way to look at it anyway. So shotguns don't spook big game. I think the spook range for gunshots is like 350 or 400 yards. Was that a pass that you think was the right move, though, Kathy? Your wind's always strong. Mine's at most like 7 miles per hour. Oh, it is a 5-star moose. Okay. And we are just south. He must have grown when we changed to the next day. Ooh, boy. Let's just get a little closer. Big male. I knew he looked bigger. You lucky man. See that? You just gotta do missions. Chonker indeed. Congratulations. Hey, let's make sure we can get him down. Especially after whatever happened on that mule deer earlier. That was not encouraging. Love the blood trail in this game. The blood, like the physics and everything of the blood is just top tier in this game. I love it. Let Kyla shoot it? I don't even know where she is. Another clip for the montage? What do you guys think about that? Should we just include clips from all at least 3 hunting games going forward? Shoost. Shout at them to get bigger. It's the way to do it. My first and only 5 stars, the moose. That's awesome, man. I like that somebody mentioned their only 5 stars were from this mission, or their first were at least. And yeah, here we are. So I can see the top of his paddle there. Just given, like, the wind isn't great. What we were able to do, I think, with him earlier was crouch into like 120 without issues. I'm gonna slow crouch it here though till we can see better. 500-yard shot. If this had been not on this update, I probably would have shot him at 300. But the mule deer and the bighorn, I think there may be a little bit of like a registration issue with some shots, so I don't want to do that. Killed a 5-star moose for the scoop on scope task, where you no scope a moose as a 5-star. That's impressive. Hey, thank you, Jesse. How do you slow crouch? Control. At least on PC. Okay, now I no longer see him. Oh wait, do I? I thought I saw something move. No, I can't see his antlers moving like behind that rock. This will be interesting. So probably the smart move, and maybe we fast crouch this. I think we should go up this hill. Or should we just wait it out? Because he's kind of moving. I think if we just stand here and wait, probably there's going to be enough room to get a shot through right about 160 yards. It looks like he's going to make that possible. Is Shadow awake? It sounded like it. At least she was downstairs. Don't shoot a skylined animal. Don't tell me what to do. You have a good point. It's not real life. It's just close. With a shot going over a hill like that, so that certainly is alarming. Look at the size of that dude. I like that they're standing up higher. Definitely hit him. I mean, that's got to be a lung, right? We marked way beyond where he actually was. Jump shoot, I honestly thought like that would have been the ideal. Thick. I keep hearing... If that's him still going, that's alarming. That said female, so we might be okay. That's money. It looked perfect, right? The only thing is, somewhere right up there, like around the shoulder, it's been moving animals where I've had the problem. So he was actually standing right around in here. I see blood, like a lot. Okay, he's gonna be dead. I won't use, I'd prefer to not use the hunter sense if we can track down, you know, nice animals without it. Although I did, in locating it, halfway use it. It's mostly because my marker didn't go where I wanted. The funny thing was I saw where the next blood was, and then now I don't. I'll actually mark this. I just like the anticipation factor of not using it. No albinos, melanistics, or piebalds yet. Yet being the keyword there. Can I, like, see some blood? Like I mentioned, I could see the direction that it was headed in from a distance with the hunter sense on. I know he kind of ran... Oh, there's some. Okay. Now we can get this figured out. Some there. There. A little faster than real life, but actually in the daylight it's pretty close. Very different ball game when you track him with a flashlight. Good shot. Thank you, man. Make sure we keep up marking the blood, because honestly that's the thing that can really derail tracking sometimes. He's laying right there. Cool. Not sure how this song got in there. It's super quiet. I forgot to turn it back up. Yeet. What do you keep your FOV at? The default, which I think is 70. So unfortunately he's going to have an antler under the ground, but that is all good. One day, mayhaps... I can't use the photo mode. Forgot about that. One day, mayhaps, we'll be able to, you know, have antlers with hitboxes. Call of the Wild did that. Old Call of the Wild animals used to do the same thing where an antler would go through the ground. They fixed it, so I assume Way the Hunter can as well. Alright, let's see what this guy is. This is almost undoubtedly the 4-star mature that we spotted earlier on in the stream. We double lunged him, actually, at 172 yards. High in the lungs, which is basically what we aim for, since he was kind of... It was almost like he noticed something. He stood up really tall. And now, 94%. He should be pretty solid. 5-star moose, though. Let's actually screenshot this, especially given the fact that we cannot take a trophy shot. He was a 479, so I wouldn't be shocked, actually, if we gave him another day or another cycle of aging, if he could have gotten bigger. But not going to be passing that. 480 just about, and our first 5-star moose. Pretty cool, since we're hunting for ducks for a mission right now. Pretty cool deal. Same as yours? Nice. Check that trophy score. I wanted to add a little anticipation. So, there may be a spoiler when we go back to the trophy lodge here in about 15 minutes. Can I avoid that? I don't even know where it is. No, I can't avoid it, I think. I think I know where I have it. I'm going to try to avoid it because, well, now you guys know. I attempted to avoid the spoiler of which game the thing was in. You now know that there's a thing in this game that will be in a video later this week. Mission failed successfully? I think so. I think that's exactly what just happened. That looked like the same size of a 5-star moose that glitched on me. What glitch did you have? Did you have like the falling through the ground thing? TK has had some awful luck. He shot like a 5-star red deer and something else that fell through the ground on him. Yeah, Zach, that's what I was saying too. Like, I had the footage corrupt on me. I was just crushed because I was so darn happy with that thing. And luckily, $17 on like fix.video or whatever that website is, I was able to recover the video part, not the audio. So I'm gonna have to do some kind of voiceover or whatever, which is fine. Mission failed. Micah has died. Now that is mission failed successfully. The younger version glitch? Oh, okay. I gotcha. Is it at least like taxing your lodge then, or how does that work? So happy the blood trail glitch is gone. Yeah, that one was not cool. What happened to your video? So basically, again, I won't say what it is, but I have a, well, I mean, it's not like you find rares in this game. It's a 5-star something that I was able to find that we hadn't killed yet in this game. And it'll probably be like Wednesday or Thursday, most likely Thursday till that video happens, so I know some anticipation building this up, but essentially I recorded it, went back in to watch it again this morning because I just thought it was the neatest thing and I wanted to watch it, and the video file was just black. I was like, oh man, I must have screwed up and like recorded the wrong scene. Like, those of you that don't record using OBS won't really be able to understand quite what I'm talking about, but like I have a different setting, let's call it, for recording Way the Hunter, recording Call of the Wild, recording Classic, recording the Angler, like all these different things. So I thought that maybe I had left it on like recording the Angler, because I've been working on maybe like a little guide video in the Angler. So I thought I did that. And then I attempted to play it, and there was just nothing there at all. So, anyway, long story short, seemed as though the footage was corrupted. And there's a online like corrupted MP4 file fixer. I think it's called fix.video. I paid $17 to get it fixed, and at least the video part is good. The audio's not so good. Do you have antler regulations? 3 points on one side, yeah. Oh, lesser scallops meat? That would be a lot of scallops. The excitement when I came back and you're still streaming. Did you catch the 5-star moose there? That was a neat little find. So are these all wild ducks? Because I could have sworn I heard like a scalp sound. It's not so much. This area must be pretty good though for genetics in general. We had that duck that was like 98% that I didn't know was big, and we shot him as a young. And then the moose. That would not be cool, Faded Tiger. Well, let's get to this chunk of like swampy stuff. If we don't find any of the ducks we need, we'll just run up to the north end of the map real quick. Ducks? Wild ducks? Yes. I want to snow. Would you like to shovel my snow? Oh, hello there. Duckos that I need. That's cool, Hunter. I do think that, and I almost kind of prefer it didn't work this way, but I do think that there are areas of maps that are like more likely to have good genetics on like everybody's map. But I don't think it's like 100% consistent from one map to the next. Okay, we're going to try to get the double there that we can, and then maybe that one on the left. So close. There we go. Are these too far? Probably. Worth a try. So is that going to equal the last bit that we need? It'll be close. We have 1.5 pounds for that. That's actually decent. We have 1.2 pounds for that. I think we're going to be just shy, because the thing in the top left is actually kilograms. So we probably need one more. Oof, 84% is the 2-star. He must have had a little room to get bigger. He was 2 pounds. 3.64 out of 4, so we need like a half a pound of lesser scalp. Will they come back? I don't really know how ducks work in this game. I think we'll just keep going. Do you keep head bobbing? I think I have it on like 10% or something. It does kind of make me feel like it's a little more real, but it's not so obnoxious that I get like a headache. Look at all them! Holy. Is there any thickens in there? I can't even spot a male. They are going to come back this way. I guess this isn't the flock that I saw the 4-star in either. We've seen a lot of geese today to not find that flock. Yeah, we'll let them go. Maybe good genes, who knows. Any real-life deer you're chasing? If you've kept up with my real-life hunting videos over the last couple years, you may remember a buck that I named the Bladed 9, who is... Last year his name became Double Edge because he was in an 8-point, and I liked it because hunting him was quite literally a double-edged sword after what happened in 2020 when he walked under my stand as I was lifting my bow up off the ground. But now he's a 9-point again, so I guess you could call him either one. But anyway, he is still around, luckily. He's actually probably bigger than ever this year, And then there's one that we just got on camera here that looks like super just massive and weird. And he's only 3.5, but I'm really excited to maybe spend some time going after that one as well. One for good measure. No, you wreck. It was the same exact moose, by the way. Where is that other one? Had to be... Is it hiding behind the bush? Like the little... Oh. If you step on it and squish into the ground. 15%. That is a big male. Okay. So... Back to the computer then, right? Yes. Upcoming hunting bows in this game? I don't think there's any news on them yet. Do you like that better or hunting in Call of the Wild? The waterfowl hunting is definitely better in Call of the Wild, but the rest of the hunting is just like... When you see the hit animations and like the hit reactions in this game, it's really hard to argue with how good it is. Bear something. I'm not gonna read that. I'm just gonna see what the objective says. 2 black bears, 50 fitness score percent, over 50%. Okay, so I'm gonna try to avoid the spoiler and go in another door. How do I get up to that upper level? Can I not do that from outside? If we just go around like this, I think it'll be fine. But where would I want to put such a moose? Maybe on the fireplace. Change. And then moose. And then... Do we do that? Is it going to clip through the thing? I hope not. I think a moose over the fireplace would be really cool. Although... Isn't this... Can't you put a moose here? You can put a moose here. What are the other options? Black bears? Meh. I have a different plan for black bears. Whitetail I don't think I want here in particular. Mule deer we have. Foxes, gray wolves, or an elk. I kind of like the idea of chucking a moose up there, I'm not going to lie. Is it worth 40 bucks? I would say it is. Got to make the final 9 minutes. What's going on, Tux? I'm still dead. What's up, Acid? What the heck? Should we let you guys choose? Moose for now? Yeah, we can change it. Do it. Let's do it. Oh my god, 7,000 credits. Good thing we're doing missions. That do be a chunk of change. Look at him up there. That was the right move. I like it. As much as I want like a big moose on the over the fireplace, that's pretty sweet. Over 2 4-star mule deer that eventually, hopefully, will be improved to 5 stars. Cool. Can I get around this? Not very well, but what if I just... That is pretty darn cool. I'm really pleased with that. Okay. Black bears in 7 minutes. I don't think we're gonna really accomplish much, but we shall attempt. At the moment, what game would you say is better? Way of the Hunter or Call of the Wild? So the thing is, Call of the Wild's got that 5-year head start, like in terms of total amount of content, species, all that stuff. Like, there's definitely gonna be more variety. I just, like, if you want an authentic hunting experience, though, Way of the Hunter is better for that. It just depends on, like, what you're looking for in a hunting simulation game, I guess. Like, if you want faster paced, like, let me put it this way. Because I've kind of made this argument with the angler. If I want to just... I heard an elk. And it's an alert elk. Oh, you know what? I think that's a solo female. Pretty sure. I've got a solo female up in that area. The amount... Oh, no, there's several. Ooh, a kind of big one. Well, that's awkward. Anyway, we might see them again. Up in the mountains, you can sometimes spot across to where things stop. What I was going to say was... So, like, if I want to just go not catch fish, like, I can just go fishing in real life. Whereas in the angler, I'm going to catch a bunch of fish, And that's to a degree the point of video games, right? The same can kind of be said for the Hunter Call of the Wild. Like, if you want to just not see things, like, just go sit in a tree at that point. If you're playing a hunting game, you probably want to kill stuff. That said, Way the Hunter does a pretty good job of balancing the, like, the realism and the fun. I think they do a good job of that, and the Trophy Lodge in Way the Hunter is just so darn good. I love the look of that lodge. They're too different to compare. I agree, really. Like, I find them so different that I don't feel like playing one takes away from the other. Should we trust Kyla with a knife? Always. You gotta see her. She'll like, get something new in the mail and open it with, like, whatever that is, an 8 or 10 inch kitchen knife. It's great. On guard. How about Way the Hunter and Classic? Like, if I had to compare them? They're more realistic for different reasons. Like, the reason Classic is more realistic, I'm going to say than Call of the Wild, I'm not going to necessarily say Classic's more realistic than Way the Hunter in this sense, is... Actually, yeah, let's just... The realistic factors about the games themselves. Let's not go into which game is more realistic. So, Classic has that unknown factor. Every single hunt is a fresh spawn of animals, so you never know what you're going to run into. Animals also don't have zones, so you can't just, like, rely on one particular area being good. You gotta go around and explore and at least kind of find what tend to be hotspots, because there are areas where you're likely to find more animals in Classic. And if I were to add one more thing that I think is realistic about Classic, it's the kind of, like, frequency of running into animals. Not that it's super realistic, but it's more realistic than a game where you're seeing stuff every, 30 seconds. Way the Hunter, again, has, like, the hit animations. Frequency of running into animals is pretty good. Animals aging, obviously, is realistic. So it's kind of like those factors that I think make Way the Hunter special. What time is it in game, by the way? It is drink time for, like, bighorn and mountain goat and stuff. But we are looking for black bear. When do black bear drink? I don't even know the answer to that. It's also 4:57. Black bear apparently drinks 7 to 10, so we just missed that. They could still be around. We could still see them. We'll look around this lake, and I want to see if we can spot those elk. It sounded like they went down into this area. How expensive ammo can get? In Classic, since you can spend real money on it, I guess. Not seeing any bears immediately. I don't think this is a lake. I had a lake about this size with a 4-star black bear at it, and I would certainly like if I could find that again, because many days have passed since then. Can't remember which lake it was or where. Now, they're apparently able to live to like 35 years old or something nuts, so I think there's a good chance that one could still be around. Almost 5 p.m. and making coffee? I didn't get to finish my coffee earlier. I was very sad. When was the last time you went hunting in real life? Probably the last day of turkey season. So, like, end of May. Have I hunted since then? Like, any coyotes or anything right now? I don't think so. Okay. Slippery slope. So if it wasn't this lake... that was almost the death. I can't see any elk, sadly. I'll have to come back to this area. I was so sure that was going to be that solo female. I don't know why I didn't spend more time looking. Probably because we're almost at the end of the stream. Could it have been down there? I don't think. Maybe here. We're not going to have time to get there today. Let's then... What should we do? Let's go here and see if we can get a bighorn or a mountain goat. They're most likely to be drinking here right now. Unrelated to the missions, but potentially a thing to shoot anyway. So, normally, although not right now, we'll get bighorn drinking on this side of the lake. I see bighorn on neither side of the lake. Kind of a good thing, in the sense that I was talking earlier, like really earlier, about zones in Way the Hunter not being like super consistent. You can't 100% rely on animals being in the same zones every time. So I don't mind that they're not in here. I think, though, probably, we actually will wrap this up. I see a bighorn. He is playing a game. That is excellent. What part of PA do you hunt? If you don't mind disclosing, so like West Central PA is usually about as specific as I tend to get with that. Anyway, it is officially 5 o'clock. So, I think we'll end the stream here. I'm going to do this correctly this time and deactivate the mission, because that messed with things when we were making videos last week or the week before, whenever that was. So I think it'll be better to have that deactivated and come back to this potentially next week or whenever we get to do more missions. But that was cool. 5-star moose. One of the things I really wanted in this game. Definitely worked out well being in that area at that time. We spotted him as a 4-star, ended up being a 5-star, just as we're hunting ducks. Pretty cool. So yeah, as always, thank you guys for hanging out today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, real life hunting video, opening day to rifle season. That one is full of a lot of action. Bye!